Hi guys, my name is Kathleen. Thanks for being here today. And today I'm going to talk about the dangers of the birth control pill. So the birth control pill is something that, because doctors are so closely working with the pharmaceutical industry, doctors tend to prescribe the birth control pill to many young women. And a lot of young women are now on the birth control pill for sometimes 20 years. And there are a lot of dangers associated with being on something like this, especially for that long, but even for short periods. So what happens with the birth control pill is it's synthetic chemicals, so it comes from oil or petroleum, that are mimicking different hormones in your body to think that your body is in a different state than it's actually in. It's actually making it seem and think that your body is pregnant, which is why it's not able to get pregnant while on birth control, because it thinks it's already pregnant. So what it does is it disrupts the natural hormonal changes that women go through every month. If you've seen, I've made a video called The Spiritual Significance of Your Menstrual Cycle and How to Use Every Day to Your Benefit. I'll put a link to that video in this video description. And this is something that is a gift for women, is to have this natural 28-day cycle. It's in line with the moon. The moon has a 28-day cycle. Indigenous communities have been calling our menstrual cycle our moon cycle, and when you're having your period, it's your moon time. And this is something that's been understood for generations, for thousands of years, on how important and valuable it is for women in their power to be going through these fluctuations in our hormones every day in these 28-day cycles, and learning how to use each day for your benefit, how to use each period of your cycle for your benefit. And the issue and danger with taking these birth control pills is that it completely stops a lot of the natural fluctuations of our hormones from ever taking place. So women who are on the birth control pill never actually ovulate. They never get into a state of ovulation. And if you watch that video of mine where I'm talking about the benefits of your cycle, you'll know how important it is to go through an ovulation phase every single month and what happens with that. Something that also happens during ovulation is it's the only days that you're actually physically capable of getting pregnant. So there's kind of this joke, I feel like it's almost like in the medical world, where they make women believe that they need to take the birth control pill to not get pregnant, when in reality, for about 23 to 24 days every month, you're not actually physically capable of getting pregnant. So there's only a window of about 6 days in every month where your body can actually physically get pregnant, and it's the time leading up to your ovulation and maybe the day after your ovulation. So just having that window in there of knowing that around ovulation time is the only time your body is physically capable of getting pregnant. So what I do is, I'm 30 now. I've never been on birth control other than for 1 month when I was 20 or 21. I hated it, wasn't good for my body. Right away, I knew this is not something I want to be doing. This isn't good for probably anyone's body. And I chose to then look into natural birth control methods. So I'm going to make another video on natural birth control methods, and I'll link that also in this video description so that you can understand how to take charge of your fertility and really embrace your natural ability to not get pregnant for those 6 days where you're ovulating and could be pregnant, and then to also benefit from all the other days of your menstrual cycle. So one of the reasons that it's important for us to be having a natural menstrual cycle and not being on the birth control pill is that during ovulation, so the only time you're actually able to get pregnant, you will be sensing the pheromones of men or partners that are potential partners, and you'll be most attracted to the ones that have different gene sets than you do. And these tend to be the people that you're going to be most satisfied with over a long period of time, you're going to be most compatible with and have the best children with. And when women are on birth control pills, it can actually alter the types of partners that they choose, because their body believes that it's already pregnant. It tends to be more attracted to men who actually have more similar gene sets to them, and they might feel more like a nurturing family member than maybe the best sexual partner, the best mate overall for them. So there have been different studies that have shown how women choose different men depending on if they're on the birth control pill or not. It doesn't mean if you're on the birth control pill and you're married that you're screwed for life, but it can actually be a lot more beneficial to you to not be on the birth control pill if you're in a place where you're actually looking for a mate or a husband or a partner. And I'll put links in this video description of some articles that I've found on that. And for a lot of women, choosing a mate or a partner is one of the most important decisions of their life. So if you can imagine that that decision, one of the most important of their life, is affected by the birth control pill, imagine how literally every single other decision in your life is impacted by this. When you're shifting your hormones, you're shifting your body's ability to function properly and also your mind's ability to function properly. So it can be tied to things like depression and anxiety and imbalances in the gut and in your thyroid and in tons of different areas, because your hormonal system is the most important system in your body. And when you're screwing up your hormonal system by taking these fake pills to trick it, then you could be screwing up a lot of different areas of both your physical, mental, and emotional health and well-being. And also every decision that you take in your life can be impacted by this. So again, with being 30, I have some friends who have been on birth control for 15 years now or more, and a lot of them, whenever they want to get off the birth control pill to have a baby, it takes a long time for your body to recalibrate, detox, and then to actually come to a place of homeostasis where it's actually functioning as a functional human being again. And what I want to say to you is that doctors, because they work so closely with pharmaceutical companies, they'll rush to prescribe you the birth control pill for symptoms that you may have that you don't actually need to be taking the birth control pill for. There are always natural alternatives. So there are always natural solutions to anything that you're going through. So if you think back to the reason that you started taking the birth control pill in the first place, maybe it was because you had bad cramps, maybe it was because your cycle was irregular, whatever the reason may be, there are natural solutions to that. So I would love to hear in the comments too reasons why you may have started taking the birth control pill, and I can make other videos too on natural solutions for these things. You can also visit a naturopath. You can also just do a Google search. Natural ways to prevent this will be the best way. So let's say if you've got really bad menstrual cramps, natural ways to prevent menstrual cramps. So you still may get cramps, but there are things like even just eating a bit of ginger or turmeric every day means that your body is going to be less inflamed, which means that you're going to have less cramps. So there's tons of different things that you can be doing to put into place natural preventative measures to not have whatever it was that you have that led you to start taking birth control pills. So this is my message to you guys, is that the birth control pill can be altering our body, our mind, our emotions, our entire life, often without us even realizing, without doctors even fully realizing. Women have been like experiments for the last 50, 60, 70 years in finding out how this affects us and how it doesn't. And a lot of these things haven't been studied in long term. And it's my belief that it's not up to us to be putting our bodies and well-being and our lives through this experiment when we don't have to be. We could be using our menstrual cycle, our moon cycle, to our benefit to have the best lives possible for ourselves. And we can be putting into place natural forms of birth control to also prevent becoming pregnant, if that's what you're also wanting. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out the description in this video for some other resources, more videos, and make sure to subscribe if you'd like more too, and click on that bell so you get notified of my next video. Thank you so much for being here, and may you be happy, healthy, and free. Bye.